Now in the studio, Chris Howard, the Executive Director of the Mississippi Department of Rehab Services. Chris, before we talk about the PROM program, that is an interesting acronym, and I know you brought a guest to discuss that with us. Give us an update on Rehab Services and tell us what's going on down there.
Okay. I tell you, we are rocking and rolling. We, had a few setbacks as a result of COVID, but we are back strong as we should be and serving nearly 100,000 Mississippians every year through one of our major programs. And, as you look across the state, one of the big things right now is workforce. Mm-hmm. And one of our programs, or two of our programs actually, we are working with individuals with disabilities to help them find those great employment goals. So whatever that person wants to do in their life, we're going to sit down with them, create a plan, provide those services, and really help them get that great job they're looking for.
If a person is interested, how do they get in touch? How do they contact you and get something going?
Yeah, you can call 1-800-443-1000. That's 1-800-443-1000. Or you can go on our website, which is mdrs.ms.gov. In the upper left-hand corner, it's like locator services or location services, something like that. You click on that, click on your county, and it will tell you the closest office in your area.
Okay. Awesome. So how long has those programs been in place, Chris?
I've been at the agency since 2000. So these,
wow.
The vocational programs probably back in the 30s, 40s, maybe. I'm guessing.
Wow.
Then we have another program called Special Disability Programs, and this is where we partner with Medicaid to help individuals who have what we say significant disabilities. These are individuals who are nursing home eligible, and through our partnership with Medicaid, we can actually provide personal care attendant services, home modifications, durable medical equipment, basically whatever that person needs to live at home with their family. Because you think about that, having a disability, you want to be at home with your family.
Yeah.
And through this partnership with Medicaid, through these waiver programs, we can actually do that and really help families stay together.
And new technology that is being introduced, it seems like almost daily, is really aiding those with disabilities to live much more productive lives. They're not totally, I guess, just relegated to a life where they cannot produce, can't work.
Oh, yeah.
So all sorts of technologies coming on the scenes we've talked about here on the program, which I think is fantastic because they want to. Yeah. They want to produce.
That's right. And we maintain our own assistive technology division. Chris Giroux is our director there. And we have folks scattered throughout the state who that's their main job is to study what's new out there in assistive technology. Because, you talk about walking canes with GPS. You talk about shields you can put over your eyes with the earpiece that you actually pay for the service, and the person tells you what you're looking at if you're blind.
Yep.
The advancements in wheelchairs, in ceiling lifts. There's just so much out there that helps individuals not only in the workplace but also live safely in their home as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what about the PROM program? You brought somebody with us to tell us
yes,
about
sir.
that.
Yeah, I brought the expert with me, Miss Allison Lowther. She is the director of our trust fund.
Yep.
And through our trust fund program, we have what's called PROM. PROM stands for Please Return on Monday. And it's a great partnership with the Highway Patrol, where we are actually, I'm not going to talk too much because I don't want to take Allison's stuff, but it's a great partnership between us and Highway Patrol in an effort to get out there and reach young adults to make good decisions. So that's my intro, so I'm going to flip it over to Allison if that's okay.
You bet.
Okay, great. Yes, this will be our 5th year to do the PROM campaign. We realize that the Highway Patrol and the Department of Rehab Services, we have the same goal in mind. We're trying to prevent these accidents and these injuries. Mississippi Highway Patrol, unfortunately, mostly they deal with the fatalities. And then the Department of Rehab Services, we deal with the survivors. They survived this horrific accident, but now they're living with a disability and their life is completely changed.
Yep.
So the services that Chris was talking about, that's where we come into. But for PROM, Please Return on Monday, we just want these students to make these good decisions. PROM is such an important night in every junior and senior's life, and they make big plans for it and plan for it for a long, long time, and you just don't want it to end in tragedy. So in making those plans, we urge them to make smart choices with those plans. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Do buckle up. Don't drive distracted. Make those great memories and just have a great time. But just be smart about it. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration says about 1,000 kids are killed nationally around their PROM time, and that can be prevented. And that's what this is all about. The TBI SEI Trust Fund, we are charged with doing prevention and education activities, and this is one of the biggest activities that we do.
And this is a partnership, right, between the agency and Highway Patrol?
Correct.
And are there agencies involved in that as well?
No, it's just us. The Mississippi Highway Patrol has public affair officers in districts all around the state, and that's why we work with them for whatever district they cover. They're charged with going into the schools and doing their presentations also. So this is a great collaboration for us to do it together because we do have the same message.
So is there training that this involves to these high school students on just how to avoid getting into trouble?
Not necessarily. It's just pushing that message. The Highway Patrol, they will do their part, and we all know what their message is. They've seen it on the roads.
Yep.
But what we pull in that really makes an impact with the students is we bring in some of our clients who have a disability now, whether it was from a choice that they made or someone else made, and now they're living with a disability. And they come into the schools and share their story. It is so impactful. And it really makes those students realize the consequences of some bad choices.
Yeah, that's why this is such a great partnership because, again, Highway Patrol, like Allison said, is talking about, the fatality part, the actually this is what's going to happen. We're going to have to go to your family's front door, knock on the door, and tell them that their loved one's not coming home.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, we talk about, what would happen if you survived it. Are you going to be in a wheelchair? Are you going to have a brain injury? Yeah. And then to have an actual client who was affected by, drinking and driving or texting and driving, telling their actual story. I'm telling you, man, it's really powerful to present that to those young adults and hopefully make those good decisions on, like Allison said, one of the funnest nights of their high school career.
Absolutely. Is there any data that kind of shows what sort of success we've had on this?
Well, we started this in 2018. That was just kind of our kickoff year. I think we did 3 or 4 schools, probably maybe 1,000 kids. The next year, 2019, we did anywhere from 35 to 40 schools, and we hit about 10,000 students.
Oh, wow.
They got the message then. Then 2020, of course, COVID came in, kind of shut it down. Picked it up again last year, 15 or 16 schools, I believe. And we did a Facebook Live event that had over 7,000 views. And so now we are ready. This is kind of our kickoff. We've already got 27 schools scheduled for this year. We hope to get up to 40 again, if that's possible, and cover the whole state, get the message anywhere and everywhere that we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, students or schools can go to the website, right?
Correct.
And find a link to the video.
Yes.
And the other tools.
We do have some videos out there on YouTube, I do believe. If you are interested in us coming to your school, the MDRS website, you can call me directly, 601-853-5297, and we will hook you up with the person in charge of getting these scheduled.
Yeah.
And,
awesome.
While this is a presentation to the kids, I mean, this is really a message for the parents, too. So as we're on the radio, like we're doing this morning, it's really reaching the parents, too, and asking parents to have those hard conversations with your kids, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. I mean, I told my kids, I said, look, I don't want you to drink and drive. If something happens and you end up drinking, call me. I don't care what time it is. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You call me. Do not get behind that wheel. Do not get in the car with someone who's been drinking. So, this is also a message for the parents, too, to have those conversations, with your young adults. And let's do everything we can to keep these young adults safe during one of the funnest nights of their high school career.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's probably unlikely that they will refrain from drinking. But it is certainly possible and probable that with proper communication and just kind of opening that door like you have with your children to let them know, I'd rather you call me.
That's right.
Let's just be safe. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
And so they respond well to that. I've seen lots of schools now that will rent buses, instead of individual vehicle transportation to go to the events, and bus takes you and bus takes you back. And so that's probably a better way to handle that as well. But appreciate you coming on, Chris, Allison. Great stuff. And thanks for keeping our our youngsters safe. They are our most precious asset. We need to do that.
Yeah, thank you for helping us get the message out.
You got it. We'll be back with more talk here on Middays. We got Hank Burdine at 12:05. Stay with it.